Scooty bop 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 boom. Oh wait, it's not Review Tech USA.
More than just one out of many.
Hello, lovely people.
Oh, it's fucking you. It's you, the poser, the gender poser. Oh, God. Intro. I'm angry.
Hello everyone, this is Champion Man 90. Ugh! Damn it, I can't see a thing in this.
Okay, so you reach the point where you acknowledge that trans people are people.
I'm sorry, but human beings are human beings to me. They are people. I love my trans friends very much. In fact, I worry about the ones going under surgery, even though it's one of the most safest surgeries imaginable. I am constantly worried about them, and they know that, and they appreciate it. So before you decide that me, as a cis person, doesn't like them, I'm just going to give you that. I consider them people to the extent that I worry about them 24/7. So yeah. Well, maybe not 24/7, but I do worry about them a lot. I like exaggerating. I know, right? It blew your mind that people actually view other people as people, eh? It's funny, I actually think that you don't think you're people, and you just want acceptance from other people, just to make sure that you yourself know that you are a person. I'm just wondering, because I view you as a person, a dumb person, but a person nonetheless. I just wonder, what do you think you are, a god?
And thus deserve basic human respects.
Nobody deserves respect. People have to earn that respect.
Congratulations! Now you're ready to learn how you can better support trans people as a marginalized community.
Yeah, so marginalised, they're accepted. They're accepted as people, and they can have their operations without fear of any repercussions. And I haven't had that for, like, what, 50, 40 years now? Just wondering. Oh, let's not forget that they're now included in the LGBT community, and they're part of Pride, and in my city, hundreds of people, gay, straight, cis, whatever, line up to watch a brilliant parade full of celebrities and fascinating people. But hey, apparently you're marginalised.
Most of these tips could apply to supporting any marginalized community, but this video specifically addresses how to be a better ally to trans people.
Yeah, you're gonna call us allies but then attack us in the same breath. I don't think we're allies. I think we're just people you really don't like but are forced to work with. That's the feeling that I get from you guys. Besides, you're a poser, you're not trans. You're just some person who thinks that having short hair makes them a fucking man. We've gone through this before, people. Watch my video before. This girl and her friend who's not in this, they're just posers. They're not like Frozen Binary. They're not like my friends. These are people who are only in it for the attention. Because she'll call herself a myriad of different things, and you'll be like, wait, what are you then?
First of all, being an ally is an uncomfortable position. Are you uncomfortable yet? How about now? You uncomfortable yet? You uncomfortable? You uncomfortable?
Fucking hell, stay away from me, you ugly bitch. Okay, now that we've got that out of the way, yes, I was uncomfortable because I do not find you attractive, and also I do not like what you have to say, so that also makes me uncomfortable. And I bet Frozen Binary would have been uncomfortable, and I reckon my friends would have been uncomfortable. I reckon Blair White would have been uncomfortable, and Persephone 666, I can't remember how many numbers you have, she would also be uncomfortable because you literally put your face in there and it's not nice to look at, and you mouth off bullshit. Look, being an ally is uncomfortable because you don't view us as allies, you view us as enemies. In fact, you don't even view us as friends. This is how horrible you are to people. You view us as allies and not friends. As if all those people you know in your real life are just your allies and not your friends. Yet people on Tumblr and the social justice community are your friends. I just have to wonder how the logic even works.
In order to benefit the trans community, you must be active in your support.
What does that mean? What does active mean? Surely just being friends with them is enough, right? Treating them as people like you want to be treated as is enough, right? What am I supposed to do? Please tell me, a great and knowledgeable trans poser person. I'm so sorry, I had something in my throat there.
This means standing up for trans rights whenever it's safe for you to do so.
We don't live in 1960s Mississippi, love. We live in 2016 Western world where nobody is going to beat me up for supporting your rights. Quite the opposite. They'll just shout at me or give me a long paragraph on the internet, which is not unsafe, it's quite safe. You're not marginalised to that extent. I am not marginalised because I'm your friend. Quite the opposite, in fact. People are very accepting of people nowadays. I don't know if you've been living in the bubble for the last 20 odd years of your life, or however old you are.
And always deconstructing your learned biases.
What learned biases? I don't have any learned biases because I'm not a fucking racist racist or a sexist or whatever. I have nothing to unlearn. That sounds Orwellian as fuck. What about you then? Are you going to unlearn your own? It's only fair that if I'm putting a lot into this friendship, you have to put a lot back into mine. But hey, later on, it's clear you don't want to do that.
All cisgender people are transphobic, just as all men hold misogynistic views, and all white people are racist.
Well, it's good to know that you're not going to unlearn your own biases, are you? So by that logic, you too are racist. Oh wait, only white men are racist because of the patriarchy. I'm not even sure if I'm taking you out of context because I literally just responded to you earlier. I literally think you probably believe that.
I've known that I'm trans for 5 years, and I still sometimes struggle with internalized transphobia.
But in the last video I did with you, you said you were genderqueer or gender non-binary or whatever. Now you're trans. Can you make your mind up what you are? And you are prejudiced towards yourself? How can you be prejudiced towards yourself if you've been trans? Oh yeah, of course, because you've been only trans for 5 years, which, funnily enough, it coincides with the whole SJW community on Tumblr blowing up. Coincidence? I think not. Where's my tinfoil hat?
Thoughts that maybe I am a freak. And what if cis gay people never find me attractive?
Yeah, because you see, they're cis, and maybe trans people are not their things. On the other hand, bisexuals tend to love trans people very much. Maybe they would be the ones who find you attractive. Maybe these gay men don't find you attractive because they look at you and they just think, meh, not my type. Because you do know that everyone has a preference, right? And that doesn't make you prejudiced towards yourself. That makes you insecure. Everybody has these feelings. It's not unique to you or me. I wonder if women find me attractive on Tinder sometimes, but at the end of the day I just think, meh, who cares? In real life, there's always somebody who finds me or anybody attractive. It's just the way the world works. Get over it.
If I've not been able to overcome my internalized transphobia in the 17 years that I've been living as a trans person...
You just said 5, not 17. And again, you're insecure. You are not transphobic. That is you thinking nobody finds you attractive. That doesn't mean that you're transphobic. That means you are insecure about your good looks. You don't have good look, in my opinion, but that's what I mean. You're insecure. That's not through transphobia. I don't find you unattractive because you're trans. I find you unattractive because you just don't appeal to me aesthetically. Like, for example, Blair White, I find to be very pleasing on the eye, and she used to be a man. You, not so much, and that's not a slight on you at all. That's just my preference, and I'm not even gay. You're not even into people like me. Unless you're a racist because you're white. At the end of the day, there will be somebody out there who will have sex with you. I'm not going to say they're going to stay with you forever because, you know, that special soulmate probably doesn't exist for anyone, but it's not out of prejudice that we don't find you attractive. It's not out of prejudice that we don't want to be your friend, although some people are prejudiced and don't want to be your friend because of that. Maybe it's just you they don't like and not what's outward necessarily, because, you know, I don't really know you.
Then I'm pretty sure you probably have some transphobic biases as well.
No, I think you'll find that's you. You're projecting your own insecurities onto me that you think is transphobia, but it's not. It's just insecurities. Like I said before, I can appreciate the form of a trans person if I want to, because I can't help what I think is pretty. So I'm pretty sure I don't have any biases. I'm pretty sure that you actually don't either, and I'm pretty sure you're just insecure, and I don't know if you're actually 17 years old or something. I don't know. I'm gonna say you're 17 years old for sake of argument, and I'm just gonna say that you don't know what your insecurities are because you're a young person comparatively to me. I'm 22 for people wondering, so you don't really know what your emotions are going through right now, and that's perfectly understandable. Puberty and all that, I understand. Stop being a radical feminist and grow the fuck up. Thank you very much.
If you tell me that as a cisgender person, you are not transphobic, you are telling me not to trust you.
Oh, I'm so sorry for telling the absolute truth and you cannot believe me because you have trust issues, love. I'm so sorry. That's not my fault at all. That is your fault. That is all on you. If you cannot trust me when I say I have no ill will towards you, I have no prejudice towards you, despite my myriad of friends, well, whatever. That's your problem, not mine.
By telling me that you are not transphobic, you're telling me that you are unaware or choose to live in the dark about the way that we are socialized in a Western society.
No, it's not. It's saying that I am not prejudiced towards you. It says I do not hate you because of these things. I'm not socialized in any way to hate you. I was not brought up that way. I was not brought up to hate anybody particularly. I find that horrible that you would literally say that to someone like me or to anybody. It doesn't matter. That's a horrible thing to say to someone. Oh, you're clearly transphobic because you just said you're not transphobic. You can read our minds, can you? Are you this paranoid? Are you this crazy? Girl, go out to the real world. Oh wait, you're 17. You're probably living at home with your parents. Whatever. You'll quickly realise how horrible it is and they don't even care what you are. You will be chewed up and spat out before you can even shout transphobia, look.
And most disturbingly, by telling me that you're not transphobic, you're telling me that you think you know everything there is to know about being trans.
No, I did not claim to know everything about your community or you yourself. I am just saying that I do not hate you. How is that so difficult to understand?
And that you think your allyship cannot be improved.
I don't want to be your ally because you don't like me. You're projecting your own hatred onto me. Why would I want to be an ally with someone who thinks that way about me? Why should I? Give me one good reason why I ought to be your ally when you literally throw spanners in the works every time I try to be nice to you, every time I want to help you and your community. Why should I be an ally with someone like that? Why? And you keep calling me an ally as if it means friend. Allyship? Friendship, you mean? Why would I want to be your friend? Why would I want to be friends with someone who has such trust issues they cannot even form a simple acquaintanceship or anything like that? He isn't like trans themselves or an SJW. Why would I want to be with someone that socially inept? You make me look like a stud in comparison to you. It's incredible.
Psst, you're also probably not going to improve your allyship until you acknowledge that you're transphobic.
Psst. No, you would quickly tell me to fuck off because I'm transphobic and you'd probably call the cops on me.
Secondly, one of the most important things you can do as an ally to trans people is to listen to the voices of trans people.
You see, I'm doing that right now and it's fucking painful.
And to listen to a variety of voices and not just those who agree with you.
That's so funny because social justice warrior trans people don't do that. They don't practice what they preach, they just block us and the dialogue can never be created.
You don't get a cookie for supporting trans people, but only your trans friends.
I don't want a cookie. I don't want any rewards. I just want my friends to live in peace. Is that too much to ask? Can I have them live in peace without you telling them what to do and telling me what to do? Can't we just live our lives the way we see fit? I'm just wondering, love. I'm just wondering.
The marginalization of the transgender community continues because transgender voices are not being heard.
Yes, they are. You get trans people on the news talking about trans issues. You get people on the internet like you and other people that I know on YouTube and Twitter, etc., making their voices be heard. You are not marginalised. You are marginalising yourselves. Or at least you social justice warrior ones are marginalising yourselves and then complaining about being marginalised because no one wants to listen to someone whine about stupid shit, so you think you're being oppressed when you're not. Maybe that's something that's going on. Just wondering. Plus, we also have people like you who really isn't very trans. In fact, you're a poser. We've seen this before, where you pretend to be it because it's cool. Like, you alternate between how long you've been trans, 5 or 17 years, and you're telling all these other trans people what to do and cis people what to do, and you're making people hate them. You are the problem, not us.
The transgender community is incredibly diverse, and you can learn a crap ton by listening to the voices of trans people.
I do. That's why I know so much now. When I was younger, I didn't know anyone who was trans. I do now, and I've learned an awful lot because, believe it or not, I do actually listen to people. I do, and that's why I know so much. That's why someone like me could spot a poser like you from a mile away.
One of the best things you can do as an ally is to learn as much as you can and take what you've learned into other communities.
No, I will not inject myself with social justice and spread the virus to other communities. I am not going to do that because that's what you lot do. This is why people hate SJWs and why they don't like SJWs like you in particular, because you spread. You spread like a cancer, like AIDS, and it's really annoying because you destroy everything in your path in order to make everything like you. So no, I will not do that. I will not do that.
Your voice is often given more respect since you are not a part of the community.
A citation needed considering trans people are on the TV, they are speaking about issues, they are doing things that normal people do, yet apparently my voice is heard better than yours, is more respected. No, you can't prove that. We have a thing called freedom of speech, which means everyone's voice is respected no matter how fucking stupid it is.
In the words of Linda Martin, speak with intent to listen, not to speak.
Listen and believe then. Nah, I'm not gonna do that.
Lastly, watch out for those microaggressions.
Oh, for fuck's sake. And this is why we can't be friends, because anything I do will be a microaggression or potential microaggression that will trigger you, and I do not want to hang out with someone who is perpetually triggered. Yeah, really, just stop, please. Stop. It's time to stop.
It's time to stop! It's time to stop, okay? No more! Where the fuck are your parents?
Microaggressions are soft versions of transphobia,
It seems the meaning changes depending on what you are. Fucking hell.
where you may have no malintent, but your actions still work to further the marginalization of trans people.
So it's basically bullshit then, is that what you're saying? You don't like us doing a particular thing because you yourself do not like such things, and you just decide to say it's a microaggression. Is that it? Well, boo-hoo, people do that all the time. None of it contributes to some mythical marginalization. You keep using that word.
I don't think it means what you think it means.
And that means watch out for your stereotypes and cisnormativity.
Oh, so not only must I be careful about stereotyping some bloody community that is apparently very diverse, but nonetheless are stereotyped somehow, even though I don't really know these stereotypes, I also have to be careful about being myself, because if I'm being myself, that is a microaggression to you. Well, I don't want to hang out with you, because now you're going to be constantly triggered about me just being me. Therefore, you're not really a bigot to yourself, you're a bigot to me, aren't you? Because not only are you white, so therefore you're a racist, in your words, but because you're a trans person, you must therefore be cisphobic, right? But hey, you know, it doesn't go both ways, does it?
Trans people are erased by language that associates gender with a certain set of genitalia.
I'm so sorry that science is triggering for you, but that is the reality of the world in which we live in. And besides, aren't trans people going from one to the other? That's why they're called transgender. It means transitioning into another gender, right? So you can't really say that there isn't a binary when there clearly is.
No, you're not gay because you like penis. You're gay because you like men.
Yes, and men have penises. Gay men like penis. Who has penises? Men do. Nobody else has penises. Not even trans men have penises. Or maybe they have some kind of like, kind of surgical created one. I don't know how it works. I know how it works with male to female, more so because I know more male to female trans people than I do female to male. Someone can just tell me how it works in the comments, and maybe I could just put it in the description or something, I don't know. But they like penis, and men have penises. Sorry, that's not how it works. It seems to me, the young lady, and I hate to play armchair psychologist, I really hate doing this, but it seems to me that you just really want to fuck gay men, but you can't. So you thought about me being trans, and maybe then you'd get them. But maybe you're failing on that part, eh?
But you may happen to really like penis.
Oh my dear, you just shared something you didn't want to share then. Because you know that reality doesn't lie. You know what gay men want. And it hurts you so much.
Also remember that there are narratives of trans people that you have probably never heard of before.
Try me, although actually, I probably haven't heard of them knowing SJWs.
Just because you've never heard it before doesn't mean that it's any less valid.
I don't think anybody even claimed that, love. It's just all in your head. But please, do go on.
Don't act like you're Hagrid saving some kids from their misery by telling them that they're not actually trans.
Oh, I'm so sorry that some parents are not so sure if their kids are, so they tell them to wait till they're a bit older so they know themselves more. Also, when it comes to people like you, it really does need to be told. Sorry. Because posers, they make everything worse for everyone. Everyone.
At the end of the day, trans people really aren't that different from cis people.
So funny how you've been highlighting all the differences and how we're prejudiced towards you, yet only now you've come to the conclusion that we're all the same.
We don't develop some magical Google search skills where we can just answer any question immediately, and we also have our own feelings and very valid experiences with gender.
If only we could take what people like you say, and I mean people as in posers or SJWs, although you're both. If only we could take you seriously, because we don't, because everything you say is wrong. Horribly, horribly wrong. But hey, apparently we're the liars, because we claim to be something that we are not. Transphobic. We're not transphobic yet. Apparently we are, because we said we were not transphobic. Wow. Totally gonna help get more allies to your cause, eh?
Even if you may never be able to understand our experiences.
It's so funny because you expect me to understand your experiences, yet have no inkling at all that maybe you should understand my own. Because maybe we might actually get anywhere with that. But no, I have to understand you and that's it. Because apparently, friendship and allyship is not a two-way street.
You can still humanize us in your own mind so that you can help the rest of the world humanize us.
You're already human to me. I don't need to humanize you any more than you already are. And just because I do it doesn't mean the rest of the world will do it. I'm sorry, the rest of the world have their own minds and their own opinions. I can't change all of them. Sorry, that's just the way the world works.
Now you have several more tools that should help you further the cause of the trans army.
I'm sorry, but you and Hugh's army, most of those people probably don't even agree with you. Why are you speaking on behalf of all of these people? You don't even speak for them. You aren't actually even a part of them. Oh my god, I can't believe it. This is just SJW 101, isn't it, people? You have literally equipped me with nothing and how to help these people. You just made me want to just not hang out with SJWs and trans people who hold SJW views even more, because it seems like just being myself is problematic, and I don't like that. That's actually bigoted. No, I'm sorry, I will not go out in the world and do your bidding. And who's gonna stop me? You and your friends on Tumblr? Hell no.
Good luck, little warriors. Peace.
That was so cringy, my spine literally folded backwards. Anyway, people, that's the end of the video. So here we are, yet again, the poser just keeps on posing and lets out a little bit of information that we probably shouldn't have known about. Anyway, see you later.
Uniting rhythm in my home.